Guys, welcome back to another video. And before we get into tomorrow, just wanted to release a Friday's video. So essentially I just want to go over what happened on Friday and what we were looking out for, right? So I told you guys, left shoulder, head, and this right shoulder, which we just didn't have that break on Friday. We kind of resisted right here, so essentially just tapered at the top with this algo right here. So I'm gonna actually make that out for you guys so it's easier for you guys. So I'll just take this, put it right here, put it right here, and put it right here, right? So but I don't wanna let me just make this white. Okay, so essentially we had this tapering teal, right? And you can see that we just rejected at the top teal right here. So that's why you don't want to get in too early, essentially, or wait for confirmation, right? The confirmation you should have waited for was the break above and then a right shoulder off of here, off of teal, and then go up, then right shoulder off of blue, and then we could have seen that potential rally up. So essentially, to catch this whole move up, you could have waited till 694 level and caught it a safer trade, right? So if you're trying to get in early, that's, you just get trapped, right? And I'm gonna show you that in the 1 minute, or like 5 minute actually. So essentially the same thing that you see in the 5 minute, right? Right, so you see we tested teal, right? We tested teal, and then we had that rejection right here. So yeah, the teal was pretty strong here, especially also the yellow algo, right? Same thing, right? You're gonna see right here. We reject the left shoulder, head, yellow algo in the morning, right? And then same thing again with teal right here, right? So yeah, pretty simple, pretty easy. If you looked out for the algos or had the algos, you knew not to rush it, and even to short it, that was pretty cautionary, right? Because we're in between all this moving averages, so it could have been a pretty risky area to take a short, honestly. And I didn't take a short, I kind of sat out. So I just didn't like the setups on Friday, essentially. But you could have taken a short if you really wanted to. Could have really taken a short if you really wanted to at when you saw the break below the 5-day, right? And then the left shoulder, head, beautiful right shoulder right here, same thing, right? Could have taken a short right here. Draw the yellow out for you guys, 1 second. So you could have taken the short off. This should have been right, so you could have taken the short right here, right? But I just didn't like that risk to reward, especially with the blue right here and all the moving averages in the larger time frames, right? So I didn't like that, so I just didn't enter the trade there. But if you wanted to, like, maybe play with profits, right, you could have. I just didn't care for it. Just wanted to end the week and out, and week. That's pretty much it. And yeah, so then you can see that we kind of pushed up, right? Got the support. I'll do purple for this one, right? So you can see that we essentially left shoulder, head, beautiful bounce, right shoulder right here, and this right shoulder we formed a micro, right? And then you could have taken this trade, honestly, right here, all the way to the orange, right? And you saw that we just had no continuation. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. And that was the rest of the day, right? To find safety at the 5-day, whatnot, right? So I just want to go on about I mean, I think European markets opened lower, and there's some negativity going around the market news. So this week should be interesting. And yeah, so let's have fun this week and let's see what the market goes. But to see the confirmations, right, you at least to short this, right, do not short it till at least we have this type of right shoulder off of, even waiting till 20-day retest, right? 20-day retest, that would be nice, but it's just too choppy and too tight to trade this, honestly. So I'd wait for at least a 20-day, like, right, the 5 minute, you're saying 20-day, right? I'd wait for the 20-day at least, forming some type of structure, and then resistance, and then taking it from there. And again, if you want to go long here, same thing applies, right? You want to wait for left shoulder, head, and you want to wait till at least 694, 695 level, right? So take it off there, retest this, and then hopefully so there's beautiful moves, entries that can be taken both ways right here. So just pay attention for that. So don't be too rushing to take the trade up or down, right? We still have to, the market still has to reveal itself, and then we just follow along for the ride. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys also, I want to share a lesson, and I just want to explain the psychology behind trading, and what essentially you have to be to be a successful trader. You are tested every day, every second, every minute, every hour, right? And it's really how you hold up. So it's really, trading is not for everyone, and that's because some people are psychologically not fit. Like this trading strategy, right? You could learn, anyone can learn this if you really give the time, right? It's not that hard. Well, for you guys, are probably gonna be like, "Oh my God, what the hell did you just say?" But yeah, it's not that hard, okay? The hard part is the psychology part, okay? And that's because when you're suffering, or when you're in the moment and you're active, right, you need a way to process it properly, right? And some people, what I've been learning, right, oh my God, I've become a guru, okay? I've become an emotional guru. I have a lot more to learn, and I am learning every day, but I've become an emotional guru, okay? I've learned that people process things inward and outward, right? And the people that process it outwards, those are the type of people that you'll see taking the revenge trades. They'll take the essentially the revenge trades and all, and just keep losing money or never become a profitable trader, right? It's like how you process the feelings. It's how you process the conflicts, right, that comes up every second, every minute, and the urges, right? And how do you control the urges? And this applies, this is why trading, oh my God, I've been so blessed for the past 5 years, 6 years. I've been trading since I was 15, yeah, so 6 years, okay. 15, 16, somewhere out there. So 6 years, let's just say 6 years, okay? And how I've started processing things is inwards, meaning it starts with myself, and it doesn't affect my identity, and it doesn't I don't have a changing of identity, if that makes sense. I'm anchored. So keyword anchored. And what can anchor you, right? God, okay? That's realistically what I've learned is you need to have something that anchors you every second, every minute, every hour, every day. Without that, you are destabilized, dysfunctional, dysregulated, etc. So, to become a trader, you need to master inward sense of self, right? And the best way to gauge that is when something bad happens, right? Or when something traumatic, what is the first thing that you do? Do you go drink, smoke, party, try to numb yourself? Or do you go to God, or do you go to healthy outlets, or do you go uh, sit with yourself? Do you process it? Do you try to learn? Do you try to grow? Do you try to think of positives? Do you etc. So I just explained two different types of processing, right? So to be a successful trader, and this is what I don't know the statistics. I'm gonna chat GPT statistics, but I've not met people like that, like maybe 60% people, I think, are unable to process things properly. And especially this generation, because this generation, you either grew up smoking, vaping, well, Gen Z, whatever. I'm making a Gen Z reference, right? But you either grew up smoking, drinking, vapes, drugs, weed, alcohol, and society made it think it's okay. But what that leads to is unhealthy processing. And I'm not saying if you do that right now, you can't be a successful trader. You can, but if you build the right habits, right? And I don't know if building the right habits, you can still have that in your life. I just say throw it out all, right? All the unhealthy ways of uh all the unhealthy ways of processing people have, it just needs to leave. It just needs to go. And it can even also extend to, if you're unhappy, whatever, you seek out women, or as a woman you seek out men. Those are all unhealthy, okay? Those are called outwards coping, or outwards. So it's no, you don't have your sense of self, right? You're very dysregulated, and you'll never become a successful trader with that. And that's why trading, my mentor, he always has said, trading is, it's not just about making money, it's becoming a better person every single day. And trading tests you so much, and it makes you reveal your yourself in so many ways. Trading, uh, to be honest, is to be honest, I've been through kind of a, well, I don't know. Trading is just a different type of experience slash pain slash learning that people don't get to experience. And you can't lie or be performative in trading, right? Like in a relationship, you can be performative, you can say whatever, act however, but you're not really suffering because you're not losing anything. Well, you're losing your sense of self, right? But you're not really losing anything that's gonna hit you like that, right? Like a shock, right? But in trading, you act like the best trader, you act like a know-it-all. Next thing you know, you have $0 to your name because you just gambled it all away. So if you want accountability in your life, I say you start trading. It doesn't matter if you become profitable or not, right? But if you want to learn accountability, if you want to learn the sense of self, if you want to be tested, if you want to find your anchor, if you want uh, life where you are the top, like upper echelon of people, because with this ability, I've guarantee you, all the rich people, all the successful, all the wealthy, all the people, they've mastered discernment, this sense of self, sense of truth, sense of processing, all of these life skills that allowed them to be where they are. And of course, might not be the best people, but they might not be the best people, but they have mastered basically what it takes to be successful. I'm not saying, for me, God is my anchor, right? But I'm not saying God is everyone's anchor, right? God is just an anchor for me personally, and that's what's kept me going so far, especially regarding all the things that people or I've been through, right? So that's what worked for me, and everyone will have something that works for them. But if you don't have an anchor, you're not gonna succeed, and that's just final. And everyone's that's dealing with something, and you just need to stop. You just need to stop victimizing. You need to stop pitying yourself. No, you're not gonna get pity, and even if you get pity, they're from lower class people. Like, no one that's successful will respect someone saying, "Oh my God, I'm in debt. Oh my God, my parents got divorced. Oh my God, someone passed away. Oh my God." Life keeps moving, okay? And that's the important truth. Life doesn't wait. Life doesn't care. At the moment, people will be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry for your loss. Imagine a 9 to 5, right? Take as much time as you need, right?" That's what they'll say at the moment. But every day you don't show up to the work, minus points, minus points, minus points, minus points. And then guess what? When you get back, bye-bye, fired. But you're gonna be like, "Oh my, but you said I could take time off, right? Right?" But nope, the world didn't stop for you. They replaced you because they found someone better, and someone that's not gonna take the days off. You know? So that's just how it is. And so it's coming to the truth of that. And you can't, I'm gonna tell actually everyone that I meet from now, you should just start trading, learning. And everyone, okay, so there's two different phases in life, right? The searching, right, which happens in your early years, right? You search yourself. Who are you? What do you like? What do you like to do? What triggers you? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? What makes you upset? What do you look for other people? What makes you fulfilled? What, everyone has a void, okay? So what fills your void? What lets you sleep at night? What gives you peace? What gives you clarity, etc. And then you have the building phase, right? So after you figure out, this is me, this is what I like, I can't do this, I can do this, this is where I excel in, oh, this is where other people excel in, oh, etc., etc. So then after you find the search of yourself, right, then you start building with all of this information, and that's when your life starts. So if you don't have your sense of self, I encourage everyone to start trading. Okay? You don't have to do thousands or your entire 401k savings, whatever. You just have to do you have to do money that will sting but will not cripple you so put in money that will sting but will not cripple you, okay? And just learn. You have to learn how to trade while you're doing this, okay? So do that, do this, and I promise you will become, or your path will be revealed to you, okay? And you will just become more aware how to and also being able to handle things properly, speaking from a place of discernment, from growth, from maturity, mindset of growth, maturity, and all that. It's just like I always knew that trading really made me a better person and allowed me to be where I am today. So grateful, and also with the help of God, of course. But so I just never knew that it can also apply to everyone in their lives, and like the roles people have in their life, the searching, the building phases, right? So yeah, I just encourage that. And even if you make money, if you don't make money, who cares, right? At the end of the day, humans, we just want to be the best version. We just want to be capable. We just want to be healthy, safe, happy, right? So money's not gonna get you that. Well, money can buy comfort. Yeah, like I'm very comfortable. Yeah, I have a $14,000 watch sitting right next to me. Yeah, I just went on a thousand. Like I just went on a good shopping spree. Yeah, I could buy whatever I want on Amazon. Yeah, I could get whatever, do whatever, be in whatever I want. And I also realized what would make me happy is my future family. So that's where I'm saving my money, spending reasonable, saving my money, um, and being able to provide, and not just saving money is making money, right? So that's also something that's important to know, understand. Anyone that helps you or you help yourself save money, that's them essentially giving you money. It's the same equivalent, okay? And always be grateful for that. Uh, and I've really focused on saving money. But one thing to consider is time versus money. So I was at this phase where I was very cheap. I would rather take a free bus ride than taking the this like fancy train that's like $5, but it saves me an hour of my time. So yeah, I in New York there's this like LIRR. If you guys are from New York, you know that. So that literally took 20 minutes to get to the city, but the bus takes an hour and a half. So every time I would take the bus because my cheap ass, okay? So I didn't value my time. So the only times I say spend money is when your time is just worth more than the sacrifice. That's the only acceptable excuse to spend more money or luxuries, okay? And just and also elevating your life. I've spent so much money on clothes recently, but it's because I'm elevating my life. My health, my hair, my face, my skin, my nails, my feet. My feet. I have a feet fetish. Okay. Hopefully none of you guys see this, but like I have a feet fetish. It's bad. Stuck through law. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, moral of the story: fix things inward. Find your anchor. Test yourself. Don't fail the test or succumb to it. Rise from it, right? Because if you think about it, when something happens, like when you're 21, 22, 23, yeah, some like for example, a loss, a breakup, whatever. But what about the other 20, 21, 22, 20 years you lived, right? Didn't you also go through something then, right? So it's knowing that you've been here before, been there, done that, right? So you know you're capable of getting past it, right? Now it's just implementing the healthy ways of getting past it, right? And some people can say that they've worked inwards and worked on themselves, integrated. Integration is key word as well. Integration, meaning you build on top of what you've experienced. You don't avoid what you experience. You didn't cast it aside. Be like, oh my God, this is never gonna hit. Like this doesn't matter, or I just want to forget about it. But no, you don't forget. It's called trauma. That's how trauma develops. Okay, unhealed trauma. That's what they call it, right? So when you do that, the trauma will build, right? And then you succumb to your trauma, and then you just become a freaking mess. Oh my God. Uh, but I feel for you guys. I understand, and that's why it's a process, right? Working inwards, finding an anchor, then you feel such relief after. And I can only imagine the pain some people go through especially if they let the trauma build up, right? And that's so key, because imagine just like if I had everything in my head right now from what happened to me when I was a kid, from getting beat, from getting abused, from like everything I've seen with my family, etc. I would be such a mess. But guess what? Those thoughts, first of all, don't even come to my mind. And I'm not saying that because I'm numb, but or numb to those feelings, but well, maybe well, not numb. But not letting it even affect you. That's discernment, right? That's getting to the point of discernment, right? So it's building on top of that, because that's who you are, accepting it, and just following the processes, guys, right? And I'm 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 yapping, and I've made this long video, but it's because I want for everyone to succeed. I want for people to know this, because growing up, I didn't have a guide. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't have a guide on relationships. Nobody told me what red flags, green flags, what anything means, how like what women do, what men do, what parents do, why they do it. It's such a big understanding learning curve, right? And you, like, especially if you don't have guidance, you have to learn it yourself, right? So it's all about integrating what you learn instead of avoiding it and escaping from it, right? It's about integration with your life and building from it. And that's the key, and that's what I want you guys to understand. And I love every single person that I that has watched my videos, that texts me sometimes asking for advice. Uh, and I just want everyone to succeed, because we're just at an age where there's just too much concentration of successful people in such a small circle, which I feel can be easily penetrated, and it has been penetrated. So many younger people now are buying nicer things, more successful than ever, and it's just changing that, and for making it more accessible for everyone to, because so many people have potential, and and we can do so much, but some people have just the wrong ways of growth, and that's very important. And um, once you figure out the proper way, the right way, the healthy way, your growth will be exponential, infinite, okay? Anyways, guys, it's 9:14 p.m. and I'll be right back with the. Have you guys watched Kimstar as a kid? Okay, I missed the guy, the freaking gnome. uh, oh, guys, I've heard that 2016 era is coming back, and if anyone knows me personally, I'm kind of a fiend for the 2015 2016 era, okay? All my songs are from that era. Um, and I just have a deep love for that era, so I'm kind of excited for this year. It kind of gives me a good sign for this year. Um, so yeah, it sounds like a good year. and and I wish everyone a good Monday and a great Tuesday. Bye bye. See ya.